welcome to the recap video from week 3 of level 2A Lindy Hop. So turns and technique. So we worked on compression this week. So we talked about that a strong shape for compression is the leader's left hand, and kind of we talked a little bit about this kind of a little bit more open stance. And that follows, there's a straight line from my knuckles to my wrists, right? And that we can build compression here between us pretty nicely here.
And we were also talking about that, that if you would learn to connect kind of like Lego hand, that if you think about like finger guns, it just makes everything fit a little better.
Yeah. And so one of the exercises we did was we were just doing some basics. We were stretching away.
Triple,
and then at some point we had the leaders
rock, step, compress, step, compress, and then at some point we'll just go back into
right, and just being able to like as a leader ask for compression, and as a follow like be listening for compression, and be able to tell the difference between a null stretch and asking for compression. And then the next thing we did was a compression turn. So we did a little low tuck turn, right? So we kept the hand low for the compression before we raised it for the turn.
Sure, and so with the basic, rock, step, triple, triple, rock, step, compress.
Here's the turn. Boom. So we talked about numbers. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we talked a little bit about the hand on the back, right? That it mostly stays where it started. Open, close, and then it rolls me off, right? So you don't want to like change your positioning too early.
Right, and then it's also, the follow needs to, stay acquainted with the hand as well.
I need to be listening with my back. I need to have a gentle elbow connection with my partner, not a squeeze, right? Because that elbow connection lets me feel when the hand moves backwards. And so if I'm in a habit of leaning away from my partner's hand, I'm never going to be able to feel this open up in this tuck turn. Then we made this tuck turn, compression turn, a free spin, right? So that same low compression.
So rock, step, triple, triple.
We had our open, our compress, and then we free spin out. Okay?
And this one really, I guess for all of them, but I'm definitely thinking about loading it up kind of on both sides here, on this side and this side for the compression, and then
releasing.
Like a bit like you're spinning a top.
Yeah, he's not trying to like just lead all this through his left arm, like that would be awful. And then we had to do hands free, right? So we were here and we dropped followers right and leaders left, and we did
rock, step, triple, triple.
We had our open, close, reconnect here, right? And then we gave you a little exercise where we had you either do just a hands-free send out, right? So without that big open and close tuck, like just a little gentle, like, hey, drift out in front, there you are, right? And then in that same hands-free land, leading that hands-free tuck style turn. So that follows, actually, we want you to really be listening for that open and that close, rather than just tuck turning yourself, because they're fun, because they are fun, and we want every turn to be a tuck turn, but not everything is a tuck turn.
Right, and we were talking about, for that send out, for leads, that there's a bit of shaping on the end of it, because if I just send my partner straight out, then I kind of just hit bye. So there is a little bit of send out, and then kind of, so,
it's like a cat,
yeah, just creating a little bit of that shape at the end.
But also follows, this is the person who I'm receiving information from, so there is an impetus for me to find them in space and look at them because they're shifty and I want to keep my eye on them. And then the last things that we worked on were some kind of follow and lead specific stuff. So I took follows over to yieldy ballet bar. We talked a little bit about swivels and prepping for swivels. We talked about what swivels were and were not. So people see, can you swing me out actually, so we can put it in context?
Yeah.
So people see swivels, right? And they think that it's the twist. And it's not, right? So we had you practice from this kind of position where my body and my toes are facing to my left. We had you practice changing your weight and picking up your foot while pivoting on your standing leg, rather than just doing the twist, right? And then we talked a little bit about a prep on our triple step. So if I'm here on my right foot, I'm going to take my triple step to get myself into that position so that I can then go right, left. And so I encourage you to like utilize a banister or doorknob or anything where you can just have a little bit of counterbalance. Like obviously you're not going to hang off of it, but just a tiny little bit of counterbalance is very helpful in practicing this. And then also to practice walking while twisting, right? So that you're mobile and not stuck to the ground. And then Ryan was working on footwork for leads.
And then for leads, we were working on kind of working our way up to a sugar push. Could we sort of show just the super basic?
Absolutely.
You know? All right. So it's going to be, so that's going to be the basic move that we're going to be working up to. But we just wanted to get the leads used to this footwork because it's a little bit different than what you spent a lot of time drilling. Because it's still 6 count. But instead of going, rock, step, triple in place, I'm going to go back, 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 and forward, triple step. So back, 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 and forward, triple step. So that's the basic shape. And it will, if you do several of them in a row, it will tend to move back a little bit. Back, 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 and forward, triple step, back, 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 and forward, triple step. And so yeah, just practice that so that doesn't feel quite as weird, and we'll add on to it next week.
Thanks. Coming from the wings over here. Aha! Yes, so we'll be working on sugar pushes next week as well as swivels. So thanks everybody, and see you next week.